Hello, my people. You're welcome to a fresh edition of this program that I call Let's Reason Along with Omotayo. And this evening, we're looking at the plight of the common man. The plight of the common man, especially in Nigeria. This brings to mind the song of Sonny Okosun, which says, "Which way, Nigeria? Which way, Nigeria? Which way, Nigeria? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. I want to know which way Nigeria is going to." And you just wonder what informed this. I've been inundated. A lot of people that know me as a television broadcaster and a media entrepreneur have been asking me, "Omotayo, when are you going to talk about the plight of the common man? Omotayo, do you go to the market? And do you know how much they sell tomatoes these days? Do they tell you that 4 or 5 pieces of tomatoes cost 1,000 naira? Do they tell you that a gallon of groundnut oil, and I had to bring one for you to see, cost about 8 to 9,000 naira? Not to talk of the ones that are free of cholesterol, which is for the bourgeois. That one cost about 20,000, 18,000, and not bigger than this. So I'm talking of the plight of the common man, not the bourgeois. And they asked me, "Omotayo, you are not saying anything about this. Yes, it's good for you to talk about national reorientation and how we must dress decently, but we are hungry. We are hungry, Omotayo. Our children cannot go to school because we don't even have the means to pay school fees. And then the ASU strike had been on for so long. And then a lot of them that have graduated have not gotten employment. And the salary structure of me as father, me as mother, have not increased. Don't you go to the same market with us, Omotayo? Why aren't you talking about this?" And it beats my heart so hollow. It beats my heart because I go to the same market and I know what they're talking about. They tell me that there is no 3 square meal anymore. And the situation is getting precarious. People are hungry. If only we could get food on the tables of the poor masses. The Yoruba adage says, "Tí ebi bá ti tán nínú ìṣẹ́, ìṣẹ́ bùṣe," which means if we can address the issue of hunger amidst all other problems we're facing as a society, we would have done well enough. We would have scored at maybe high mark. People will say, "Oh, at least I'm able to feed and my children are able to feed." It beats me hollow. And so I'm addressing our leaders in whatever situation or whatever capacity you are. Are you leading by example? Do you go to the same market where the poor people, the gardener, the security man, the cleaner, the ordinary primary school teacher, where they also go to buy foodstuffs? We go to the same places and we know how much. And those people don't earn more than maybe 30,000 minimum wage, maximum 35. Sometimes it doesn't even come regular. What are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? How can we evolve a better society, a better nation, a nation that is more of producers than consumers? When shall we stop being consumers but producers? This is of a great concern to me. And what really wrecked my emotions, what brought tears to my face, was when a poor girl down my street met me while I was going on a walk. Well-spoken young girl of about 19 years old, and told me she just graduated, but she's been looking for a job she couldn't find. And she decided to just go on a walk. And merely seeing me, she recognized that this is the face I see on television. This is Madam Omotayo Motosho. How would you assist me? I said, "Okay, this is my number. Do you have a phone?" She punched it. And then she said, "Ma'am, do you know a bag of rice sells for 36,000 naira today?" Of course I do know. But this is your daughter and my daughter asking me that question. 36,000 naira for a bag of rice. And she went further to quote me that there was a time I had the CBN governor on my TV show, and we were both happy talking about a bag of rice of 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. How come it's 36 now? What is the structure they were putting in place that went awry? What is going on? Does he know that we cannot afford it? That their rice had finished at home way back a week ago. It's luxury to eat rice in her home. Father had lost the job. The mother, poor teacher. I had to stop that walk that evening. Came back home to give her some money to be able to buy a bag of rice. Do we know how many Nigerians are going through this? When will this stop? And yet we have former governors, former deputy governors, earning as much as 10 million per month, even after they finish their tenure of service. What they chopped during this service was not enough. What they stole for those that stole. Why would you earn 10 million from pension? And we have parents of a girl like this, grandparents, that we've not paid their pension. Are we sane at all? Do we think? Do we feel? Don't forget, a day of reckoning is coming. The poor masses that you cheat, you leader, wherever you are, whatever position of authority you occupy, that you've become insensitive to the plight of the common man. Their cry goes to the Creator, who has that authority to take life or to give. A day of reckoning is coming. Do we think of our last days? Or you are still so carefree, so unconcerned about the plight of the common man? My narrative today is, let us start leading by example. If you occupy a position of authority, it's a privilege. Not for you to turn yourself into a pen robber and divert all the funds to your personal pocket. The funds meant for social infrastructure, social amenities, provision of food, agricultural produce, mechanized farming that we're talking about. These are the funds we should be diverting to all the sectors of our economy, not for your own private pocket. You seem to have lost it. You seem to have forgotten that one day the owner of your life will come calling, and that will be the day of reckoning. The voice of the common man is ringing in my ears. Let it ring in your ears. Let us be sensitive, and let's see how we can nip all this on the bud so that we can evolve truly a better Nigeria, a nation that can feed itself. Enough is enough. Our people, our children, our grandchildren, they are going hungry. We cannot but be sensitive to their plight. A word is enough, only for the wise. Thank you.